Warm greetings to everyone attending this special concert. I'm delighted to continue supporting this collaboration between the Small Beginnings Youth Orchestra and the Guernsey Music Service. This partnership, started by my predecessor Sarah Tucker, has brought valuable musical equipment, cultural exchange and better music education for our students here in Montserrat. A big thank you to Herman Cupid Francis for his support on our side. As we mark 30 years since the first eruption of the Soufriere Hills volcano, it's important to remember how music helped us heal and stay strong. I'm proud to see this partnership included in these anniversary events, and my office will continue to support the growth of young musicians. I hope you enjoy this wonderful hybrid performance.
I'm delighted to join my colleague, Governor Harriet Cross, in celebrating the very special relationship that's grown up in the last few years between Montserrat and the bailiwick of Guernsey. When Tim Wright, the head of the Guernsey Music Service, came to me to talk about the possibilities of the relationship, none of us really knew where it was going to go. Well, we know now. Working with the Small Beginnings Youth Orchestra has developed something very special indeed, and this hybrid concert is just the latest manifestation of a relationship that goes from strength to strength. I wish everybody who takes part in it every success on the day. And I look forward very much to seeing in the future just how we are going to continue to work together, not just musically, but as communities as well. Thank you very much indeed.
So first of all, thank you very much for having me here today. It's great to be here in Smith Square. It's a wonderful venue, and my husband, who's the musician in the family, does partake in the cafe downstairs quite a lot, so I recommend it to anyone if you have a chance. There's nothing quite like music to bring people together, and today is a shining example of that. Montserrat is an island that's rich in musical heritage, from steel pan and gospel to orchestra and calypso, which some of you may know I even took part in. Before Hurricane Hugo, the island was also home to the legendary Air Studios founded by Sir George Martin, which welcomed some of the world's greatest musicians. If you haven't visited Montserrat, I urge you to. It's truly the emerald jewel of the Caribbean. I had the honour of serving as governor from April 2022 to April this year. Early on, my husband Howard began volunteering with the Small Beginnings Orchestra, founded by the remarkable Mr. Herman Francis MBE, who is affectionately known by everybody as Cupid, because most people have two names in Montserrat. This involvement quickly grew and became very proud patrons. Wanting to build connections, I reached back to the FCGO, and Becky Richards, as Tim said, suggested the Guernsey Music Service. It felt serendipitous. My family is from Guernsey, and I lived there in my teens, so the link felt natural. At a reception during the Attorney General's conference in Montserrat, Howard met Megan Pullum KC, who, as fate would have it, not only played the flute, but was also Guernsey's Attorney General, amongst one of her many titles that she has. She soon found herself teaching children with Howard's spare flute in her hand. From there, the partnership blossomed. Tim from the Guernsey Music Service enthusiastically came on board, and with the help of DHL, instruments were shipped to Montserrat. I met with the Lieutenant Governor, Sir Richard Critwell, and he and I agreed to support the growing collaboration. We held a small ceremony at the airport to receive the instruments, and we were joined by Lucy and by Giles, the children of Sir George Martin and Lady Martin, who have long supported Montserrat. Their family's legacy continues to inspire, from the original Air Studios to the Music for Montserrat concert that helped build the Cultural Centre, which this week hosts a major scientific conference marking 30 years since the volcanic crisis began. It's nice when things go full circle. Thanks to the generous support from the Martin family, my office, and Sir Richard's, Tim, Rachel, and Carmen came from Guernsey and spent 2 weeks in Montserrat last summer, running a music summer school alongside Cupid, Howard, and two local teachers, Mr. White and Mr. Rose. Teachers are always Mr., aren't they? The impact was profound. Children who had never touched an instrument performed a concert after just 2 weeks. 6 hours a day of learning, growing, and supporting one another. And one student, Clarissa, have to give her a mention. She achieved her grade 2 flute with merit from Trinity College before we left, thanks to technology, determination, and a lot of patience. When we talk about development, we often think of infrastructure and economics, but this partnership shows that the true development is also about children, opportunity, and access to the joy of music. The Deputy Premier of Montserrat, the Honourable Dorset Hector, who I think is Small Beginnings' biggest fan and has never missed a concert, and the Deputy Governor, Mrs Lindorna Sweeney, are strong supporters of Small Beginnings. And the Minister of Education, as Tim said, Dr Ingrid Buffon, recently visited Guernsey and got in touch with me. She was so impressed by the educational and development benefits of music. So I hope more teachers from Guernsey will travel to Montserrat to share expertise and share the learnings between themselves and Montserrat. As we reflect this week on 30 years since the volcanic crisis began, let us always look forward to new friendships, shared experiences, and the power of music to unite and uplift. Tim, your energy and your commitment are just infectious. Howard and I look forward to visiting Guernsey, and I hope after the summer and seeing the partnership continue and to flourish. And to support Guernsey too, with my background, I'd be delighted to do that. And to all the teachers of the Guernsey Music Service, thank you for your dedication, your time, and your belief in the power of music to transform lives. Your efforts continue to make a lasting impact on the children of Montserrat as they follow you all on Facebook. And to the children, please stay curious and take the time to learn about Montserrat, its music, its people, and its incredible story. One day I hope you'll play side by side with the Small Beginnings Orchestra, uplifted by the joy of music. As Plato once said, music gives a salute to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Thank you.
So fast forward now to February 2025. Simon Ross, who was one of the members of the government in Guernsey, was in Montserrat as one of the election observers there. And we had some conversations with Sarah and Howard in Montserrat at that time. So look, it'd be really great if we can find a way of putting some virtual performance together. So we came up with a piece which was Elton John's I'm Still Standing, which was recorded in Montserrat. And I think there can't be a better title to kind of capture where we are today and the situation in Montserrat and how working together we can help each other. So we sent the parts across to the Small Beginnings Youth Orchestra in February, and Howard, when he was still there, did some preliminary work with them. And what they've done is put together the first half of this piece in a video recording. And as you can see, we've got the Guernsey Youth Orchestra set up live in the room. So hopefully through the wonders of modern technology, the Small Beginnings Orchestra will start the piece, and then we will take over. So let's have some music. So I'd now like to hand over to the Montserrat government representative in the UK, Caeretta Farrell, who's going to speak a little more about the relationship and hopefully where we can take things into the future.
Thank you, Tim. Good morning, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here with you today. What a wonderful performance that was. It was really incredible. Thank you. So as we celebrate the special musical collaboration between Montserrat and Guernsey, really starting out by recognizing the incredible young musicians that have performed here today, both in this room and in Montserrat, talent, dedication, and teamwork really lie at the heart of today's celebration, and you've made both of your communities proud. As the representative for the government of Montserrat, I'm particularly moved by the song choice. For Montserrat, this piece is more than music. It speaks to who we are. We are a people shaped by adversity, yet defined by resilience and defined by hope. As we mark 30 years since the start of the Soufriere Hills eruption, Still Standing becomes not just a song, but a statement, a reflection of our journey and a celebration of all we continue to build. As we've heard today, Montserrat and Guernsey have enjoyed exchanges over the years, and this concert is a significant moment in continuing that relationship. And it really highlights how culture, especially music, can be that powerful bridge between communities. And together we share not just performances, but we share stories, we share values and aspirations. And so we're very grateful to everyone that's played a role in bringing this partnership to life. And I want to acknowledge the governors of Montserrat, past and present, who have championed this cultural connection. Her Excellency Governor Harriet Cross, though only a few months into her post, has already showed a strong commitment to youth development, cultural engagement, and we look forward to working closely with her in years to come. And I must also recognize former Governor, Mrs. Sarah Tucker, who remains a passionate supporter of Montserrat and an active advocate for deeper collaboration between our territories. Her belief in this potential of this relationship, along with the support of her husband, has really helped to make moments like this possible, so thank you. So while this concert is a celebration of what has already been achieved over the last 3 years, it's also a prompt for us to think about what could be next. Let's use today as a springboard. Let's think boldly about the future of Montserrat and Guernsey's collaboration. You know, we've heard talks here about more exchanges and potential student residencies, and there's so much potential when we work together. And so I implore us to think about what could be. You know, as small islands, we know the importance of resilience and partnership. And there's something incredibly powerful when the overseas territories and crown dependencies come together. And that's really special and really helpful in sharing ideas, investing in our young people, and building a future that's rooted in both tradition and innovation. So once again, thank you so much to everyone that's made this concept possible. Thank you to Tim and the Guernsey Music Service. Thank you to Mr. Herman Cupid Francis and the Small Beginnings Orchestra, all of the teachers, organizers, families, and most importantly, the young people involved. You've really helped to create something meaningful, and I hope this is just the start of something bigger, and there will be more shared milestones to come in the future. Thank you.